Packard Eight 7-passenger touring 1934. For Packard, the 11th series 1934 8 might have been its standard offering, but by the standards of just about any other automobile manufacturer it was an heroic automobile. With a silky smooth L-head inline 8 engine of 319 cubic inches and 120 brake horsepower at 3,200 revolutions per minute, the Packard 8 was large and powerful enough to deal effortlessly with all but the largest, most elaborate and heaviest formal coachwork. It was offered in 3 versions: the base 129 1100 series with a 5-passenger sedan body, the 141 long wheelbase 1102 series with 7-passenger sedan and limousine coachwork, and the standard 136 1101 series with a total of 10 catalogued bodies ranging from rumble seat coupes and coupe roadsters to luxurious convertible Victorias. By the mid-30s, closed coachwork was far more popular than open cars. Technology and press capacity had advanced to the point where all steel coachwork, even large panels for 5 and 7-passenger sedans, could be formed economically, and the welding techniques to assemble them economically and accurately were well established. Wood framing was almost eliminated from production coachwork, and fits and durability were better than ever. Tucked snugly inside a tight, warm, dry metal box with luxurious broadcloth upholstery and good ventilation and heating, mid-30s buyers could be forgiven for thinking that open touring cars with side curtains were best left to winter vacation homes in Florida and summer places along mid-coast Maine. Fortunately for today's collectors, that is exactly what this 1934 Packard 1101 7-passenger touring car is. As far as can be established, it has spent its entire life in the picturesque community of Sumsville within a few miles of Richard C. Payne Jr.'s Seal Cove Museum. It was acquired in January 1956 from Mary L. Ludington and is, aside from an old repaint, apparently completely, charmingly, irreplaceably original. Its odometer shows 48,825 miles, while the June 21, 1957 service sticker from Haynes Garage in Northeast Harbor, telephone BR 63773, on the doorpost shows the mileage then as 48,820. Given its history and condition, it is highly probable that it had only 2, or perhaps 2 family owners from new before arriving in the Payne collection when it was just 22 years old. It seems likely that the car must have been recommissioned each July when the family came back to Sumsville for the summer, then returned to storage when the summer house closed in early fall, having seen little use and that only in fair weather. It passed from Payne 5 years ago to add one further custodian to its roster. It is finished in dark blue with black leather interior and a beige cloth top, and is equipped with dual side mount spares in metal enclosures with mirrors, wide white wall tires on body color wire wheels, wind wings, a spotlight, rear seat armrest, jump seats and a folding footrest. The repaint is old, cracked and blistered, but other than a repair on the right front fender, the bodywork is sound, straight and solid with no rot. The doors close perfectly with even gaps, and even the running board treads look nearly like new. The top is fragile, but the interior leather is amazingly good. Most chrome is decent, except the taillights, which are peeling. Better yet, it is the open 7-passenger touring car coachwork which looks so wonderful on the mid-30s Packards, a combination of rare, well-preserved, nearly completely original condition and an example of the most desirable and sought-after open coachwork. It is an amazing find, good enough to take anywhere with pride and confidence that no other car for miles will be so original, well preserved and built to such high standards. Its condition and preservation for over half a century by Richard C. Payne, Jr. is a tribute to the sympathy which he had for quality, well-preserved automobiles. Rather than compromise its originality, Richard Payne chose to leave it alone so it could continue to tell its stories through ancient markings, lettering, decals, labels and the finishes and assembly techniques it received nearly 3/4 of a century ago in Detroit.